Heyo people! Anthem is a new MMORPG developed by BioWare. They recently released a playable demo, which was, as demo says, content limited, but in my opinion, really enjoyable. Graphics are absolutely amazing, and this is exactly what I expect from a 2019's video game. However, I bet many of you have already been playing the demo or otherwise plan to play this game, so what I did was to play the demo and complete every single available aspect of the game, and it has been quite interesting to discover how the development of your javelin works, crafting and many other things that we'll get through here soon. In this video, you'll learn what to do to maximize your experience throughout the different features of the game, so better stop chit-chatting, let's begin. 5 micro tips. We'll start from the basics and we'll get to the advanced features. Number 1. The tires of the items. As in any other MMORPG, you deal with the rarity on the items. Different color means different rarity, and usually a better color means a stronger item. However, in Anthem works more or less the same way. We now are in the Forge, which is where you improve your javelin with new equipment or abilities, because different javelins have in fact different abilities. By playing the game, you'll get new items, and right here comes up the quality of the items, also known as rarity. In this demo we can notice there is at least 3 different quality levels. White stays for common, green stays for uncommon, and blue for rare. And we cannot find any better items in this limited edition, but there is obviously more. And in fact, when you try to select the difficulty for your mission, you can see a leak of this information. Easy, normal and hard do not really require anything, but if you pass your cursor over the Grandmaster levels, you may notice on the right that more quality tires are mentioned, such as Epic, Masterwork and Legendary. So I can say at this point we have a large development to get through for our javelin. We can also see a similar information by going to the crafting feature and selecting the rarity. However, this doesn't show anything else than Epic as of now. Now that we have been talking about rarity of the items, we are ready for number 2, the gear score. So, the strength of an item is measured on power points, which is exactly the number you can see in any item of the game. That is the power, and for each item you keep, you'll increase the gear score, which is indicated on the top right corner. At the moment, as I have a full blue rarity 19 power set, I have 134, and my javelin's quality is currently uncommon. By gearing up with better items and by increasing the gear score, you'll increase the quality of your javelin as well. It is exactly what a difficult spoils. Grandmaster 1 suggests an epic javelin, which means that it suggests you to get into this difficulty only once you get your gear score high enough. Same is in Grandmaster 2 and 3. We have been talking now about the gear score because now you have all the information you need to understand how crafting works. Number 3 is indeed the crafting. In order to increase your gear score, you need better items with higher power units. But how do you get them? Well, usually dungeons and free play. But you can also craft some and get a specific rarity directly because you can in fact select the rarity of the item and eventually craft it, if you have enough materials. Gathering materials is quite funny. In free play you can gather the different sources in order to get different basic materials, but at some point you'll also need some specific materials, such as the ember for example. Ember determines your rarity. If you have green ember you can craft uncommon items, ergo green items. If you have epic ember you may craft some epic item, and the ember can be found by gathering or completing the world events in free play. Quite simple. Besides this, depending on what you want to craft, either weapon or ability, you need some specific material. Weapons require weapon parts, abilities require stone parts, and the gears, well, who knows, probably another materials. We can't craft gears in the demo, so we can't really have access to this information. I will see that real soon. So, how do you get these parts you need? I noticed that in the demo version, you can get them by destroying your items, and usually you get 2 or 3 units of these materials. Logically, if you salvage weapons, you'll get weapon parts, if you salvage abilities, you get storm parts, and most likely the same will be for the gears. Now, number 4. It is not really related to what we've been saying so far, it's mostly about convenience and what's better to do as a player. Is it worth to play solo, or is it better to play with a party? Well, in some games, playing solo results to be better due to the increased amount of XP incomes. And also because you will get all the loots, but in Anthem you don't share the loot. The loot you see in your screen is the loot you can pick up. Other party members will have different loot, so loot-wise, as you would need to clear the areas faster, is better with a party. Experience-wise, well, besides the fact that clearing a dungeon alone is almost impossible, it will take ages, tons of time spent attempting to clear the dungeon alone, plus the final boss, which takes way too long. By having a party, you may run multiple times the dungeons in the same frame time you will need to clear it in solo. So, even experience-wise, a party is always better. You can always play solo in free play though. You can gather materials, and also world events don't really take much time. We are now getting to the last tip I have for you. Number 5 is the consumables. Consumables are usually extremely underrated in MMORPG, but they are really good to open new key points in your Javelin's development. So, in the beginning stage of the game, you will want to play hard mode as soon as you can, because in that way you will get better items and very fast. But you might not have the right equipment for the hard mode, so your objective is to actually farm in normal mode all the gears you need to make it feel simple and easy. But once you have all what you need for normal mode, you might still struggle a little bit when playing hard mode. And that's why you need to use consumables, so that your first run in hard mode will feel nice. You won't struggle that much, and that's how you do it. You pop a consumable, you hopefully clear the dungeon in hard mode, and this will allow you to farm many blue rarity items. In the second run you will not need to pop consumables, because your gear already got an improvement that will make hard mode feel quite easy. The same may work for Grandmaster maybe later on, I will see that later. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a feedback in the comments and drop a like if you found this useful. I plan to release more Anthem videos once it gets released, especially guides and stuff. A release will take some more time. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.